Hey family, it is Netta at Black Lives Count, coming back at you with another video. So, family, do you remember how Donald Trump said he had no recognition of Project 2025 or anything that was going on with it, right? Well, he lied. But we knew he was lying when he was saying it, right? We absolutely was clocking that T when he was saying he wasn't familiar with it. So I'm going to read an article, family, and it's from NPR, okay? And it says Trump enacts Project 2025 policies, which he distanced himself from while he was campaigning, which we already knew this. 2 weeks into office, President Trump began enacting policies outlined in the Conservative Policy Agenda 2025, from which he had distanced himself on the campaign trail. And remember, he was saying it was fake news, and all of the MAGA people was running around saying it was fake news, but it wasn't, okay? Anyway, on the campaign trail, Donald Trump swore he had nothing to do with the conservative policy agenda known as 2025. He even called the proposals absolutely ridiculous. Just 2 weeks in office, he began enacting a whole bunch of the policies outlined in their 900-page playbook. The NPR White House correspondent, Franco Ordonez, had been looking at where the policies align and where they do not. Project 2025 is a plan, said Mr. Ordonez, pulled together by a number of conservative groups and headed by the think tank, the Heritage Foundation. It had some pretty extreme proposals. And during the campaign, it really kind of turned into this flashpoint, with Democrats zeroing in on some of those extreme measures, which have already now went viral as well. And all the hubbub really led Trump to kind of disavow the whole thing. And he did. You know, family, that's all I really need to read from that article. We're going to say, how do we know politicians are lying? And we'll say, whenever their mouths are moving and words are coming out of them, they're lying. Period. And point blank. I have yet to meet a politician, very few, maybe over my lifetime, there's been about 10 at the most, okay? And I'm over half a century. Many of them have no alignment to their constituents. Many of them could care less about their constituents. They only want to be voted in every end of their term. It is time that the American people, and usually I direct this to black people because, yeah, but I'm going to direct this to all American people. It is time that we need to wake up and smell the coffee for what it is. The American government could care less about the American people, its constituents. They don't care. How do we know they don't care? By the very laws that they are enacting, by the very actions that they have been performing throughout their tenures, their time in office. We have to realize that these people are not serious about making anything right in America. We have money for war, but we have homeless veterans out here living on the street who are ashamed and afraid to seek help from the VA. And then My dad was a veteran, and the VA services were not the greatest. They're not for our veterans, and I've worked with several veterans who have also atoned to they not being the greatest services that they are provided for them. It is time for the American people to really wake up and see what's going on. So many people in our society are really sheeple. You look at people and you see people walking around in a daze, half asleep. You can go to a red light, stop at a red light, and it'll be two lanes. And in one lane, it's 10 cars, and everybody is just sitting there behind the first car. And he's not moving, and the light has changed. In the other lane, there's no cars. Nobody thinks to get over into the next lane. People in America have become sheeple. It is time to wake up, America. See, us black people already knew what it was. We knew what it was. And this is why we move the way we move. And see, you'll never know how we completely move because we can't, we're not fortunate to let you know. Because so many of you are anti-black. You know what I'm saying? So we have gotten more secretive, even amongst those that are so-called black, okay? But we understood how a government can work against its own people. But unfortunately, white America and many other nations, Asians and Hispanics and many other ones, people, all kind of people that come from other countries. Many of you thought the American system worked for you because at a time it did. But see, that was their getting acquainted phase. You know, getting acquainted, like when you first meet someone and you put on your best face and your best foot forward because you want them to really think that you're just this great person. Many people do that. Just like when you go for a job interview and you put your best forward. Yeah. Well, we've lived those times. And now they're coming out with their real faces. Their narcissistic faces. And a lot of you can't understand and can't fathom what happened. Where did our government go? Well, it's the same government that black people have always engaged with. So we knew what it was. Now you're finding out too. See, and that's why we're not protesting. We don't give two fucks. It is nothing on us to do anything. It is not. It is on you. It is on you now. This is your government. At one time it worked for you very well, but it won't anymore. It's over. So now, I mean, either live with it or, I don't know, do something about it. I don't know. Protest. Write your government. Write them. Call them. Blow up their phones. When I say blow up their phones, I mean call them repetitiously. Continuously. Keep calling them. So that you can get something out of it. Otherwise, they're going to keep doing what they're doing, and it's only going to get worse. See, because he knew all along what Project 2025 was. In fact, he was very close acquaintances with the leader of the Heritage Group, the Heritage Foundation, or whatever the name of it is. He knew exactly who they were and what they were. But all I can say is, America, you better wake up. You better wake up, because it is going down a sliding slope very fastly. And black people don't care anymore. We're over it. We're looking at other countries. Or we've moved to other countries. Or some are going to move to other countries. We don't care. But I thank you so much, family, for joining me. Please like, share, comment, and thanks again. Have a good one. Peace, love, and blessings. Bye-bye.